What's up, guys? This is gonna be a Nintendo rant because Nintendo is up to their old tricks again. What am I talking about? So you know about the NES Classic, right? And it just came out. I think it was yesterday. Just came out yesterday. Let me ask you, can you find one? Yeah, that's what I thought. You know why you can't find one? Because Nintendo limited supply purposely to increase demand. It's an anti-consumer tactic that Nintendo is well known for. And they always pull this shit. And it's fucked up. And it has to stop. You know? Because people are trying to find these things because they actually want to play, you know, the 30 games, and they want that nostalgic feeling of playing the old school games. But you can't find one. You can't find an NES Classic because Nintendo decided to be rat bastards and purposely limit supply. And they always do this shit every time they come out with a new fucking console. Remember the Wii? Remember how hard it was to find that shit? Me and my brother-in-law, may he rest in peace, much love to him, we slept out in the street in front of the Nintendo store. This is a true story. Just to get a Nintendo Wii for my nephew. Because we couldn't find one anywhere else. And the only way to get one was to be on the line at 12 o'clock midnight in front of the Nintendo store in Manhattan, New York City, spend the night outside, and wait till they open the doors the next morning to get a Nintendo Wii. That was the only way you could have gotten one. Nintendo was up to their old tricks again. They did the same shit with the Wii U. They did the same shit with the Amiibo. And now they're doing this shit with this fucking NES Classic. And it is fucked up. And it has to stop. It really has to stop. Because for those of you who really want to play one and want to get one, you can't find one. All the stores had limited supply and they sold out in seconds. And that's not really the store's fault. It's Nintendo. It's their fault for purposely limiting supply. And you know they can make more of this shit. I mean, come on. Basically what the NES Classic is, it's an emulator with ROMs installed on it. And that's another thing. You can't put more ROMs on that thing. Yeah. You're stuck with what you got. Alright? So guess what? Fuck you, Nintendo. Fuck you. You want to know why? Because I got an NVIDIA Shield. And you know what I have on my NVIDIA Shield? What did I say? NES EMU. It's a Nintendo emulator. The exact same thing that you're selling people for $60 and limiting supply, and people have to find it on eBay for double the cost. Yeah, fuck you, Nintendo. So check this out. I can play all your shitty games on my NVIDIA Shield with no problem. Check this out. Focus. Little games. Those are the games that I have. Those are all the games I have. Focus. Sorry, guys. And I have more. I have more games. Excuse me with this camera. I'm using this camera on one hand and maneuvering the controller with the other hand. But look at all these games I have. I have the games you include on the NES Classic, plus more that I added. There's one in particular game that I want to show you guys. Let me scroll down to it. There it is there. Look at that one. What does that say? Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Yeah. Not the fucking piece of shit Punch-Out you include with the NES Classic, the one with Mr. Dream. No, I got the superior version. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I don't want to fight no fucking Mr. Dream. I want to beat the shit out of Mike Tyson. So that's the version I got. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Again, fuck you, Nintendo. And does it work? Hell yeah, absolutely. Check this out. Hold on. Restart game. There you go. Mike Tyson, baby. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. And it does work. Look at that. Look at how clear that is. And this is not in 720p. No, this is 1080p. With the little box that Nintendo is selling you, it's 720p and it's not full screen. But this is 1080p. Alright? And let me demonstrate that for you. Let me prove that to you. I'm sorry about moving the camera around. Again, I'm using this camera on one hand. Look at how clear that is. Look at that. Alright? Yep, look at that. Hold on, let me go closer to it so you can see it better. Hold on. 1080p. 19 by 1080. That's 1080p, guys. Uh-huh. Yeah. Alright. So let me launch it. And it works. All the games work. Alright. And I'm gonna get my ass beat. Because I'm only using one hand. I'm gonna get my ass beat. But that's okay. Because I'm just demonstrating to you guys. Look at that. No lag whatsoever. Either. Alright. Okay. That's enough. So I got all these games, okay, on my NVIDIA Shield. And guess what? I can add more games if I want to. Yeah, I can add more games if I want to. I'm not limited to what Nintendo decided that people should have. No. I can add more games. Alright? So, by limiting supply, you force people to do stuff like this. Get an emulator and download the ROMs and put them on whatever device they have. In this case, it's an NVIDIA Shield. And it is crisp. The picture is crisp and it's 1080p. So, again, fuck you, Nintendo. And for those looking for an NES Classic, man, good luck in finding one. And blame Nintendo for that shit. Because you can't tell me that it takes a bunch of money or man hours to produce these little piece of shit boxes, which is really a Raspberry Pi with an emulator on it, with a Nintendo emulator on it and ROMs. That's basically what it is, in a pretty box. That's pretty much what it is. Alright? So you can't tell me that it's hard to mass produce that. Alright? So, everyone, put up your middle finger and say, fuck you, Nintendo. That's right. And when their, what is that, their new console comes out, what's it called? Whatever it's called, they're gonna pull the same shit again. So as soon as they announce when it becomes on sale, guys, order it right away, because you're not gonna find one, because Nintendo's gonna pull the same shit like this. Alright? Peace out, guys.